I'm like, wow, like this is not my home church, but you guys have made me always feel like home. So thanks all for coming. Tristan and I met at Snow Trip, the youth retreat event that you guys are a part of. I'm a part of the church, well, was before I moved in Warrenton, Missouri, which is about 4 hours from here, and it's actually kind of a blessing because I had just moved into the country and we started going to this church and I started getting involved with their youth group, and then they're like, oh well, you don't usually have new students go to Snow Trip because they want to make sure that there's people who are strong in their faith and their belief that are going, because it's not an outreach event but more to grow in your faith. But they're like, please come. And so I was like, I would love to. So I think that was the first time I ever went to Wisconsin. They took the youth group up to Wisconsin and it was a bunch of just older guys like my brother and some people his age, and I'm like, I don't want to hang out with them, I want to hang out with girls. So First Baptist had a lot of girls in their youth group, and I was like, I want to hang out with them, and they were so sweet. So I got to meet Faith and some other people and Lauren, and for Tristan it was love at first sight apparently. I walked up and I was like, hey, can I play some ping pong? And he's like, no, we have enough players, and he yelled at me. I guess that was one of the first things he had whispered to David, like, wow, I think she's beautiful. But just in 2.5 days, I think we got to see qualities in each other that we hadn't seen in other people, and I thought he was someone that was really humble, that loved the Lord, and I guess he thought the same about me. So on the last day of the 2.5-day retreat, we went down the tubing hill with a lot of other people and just hanging out, and as we were walking back up, the stars were out and it was romantic, and he's like, Ysabel, I really like you. I think you're the prettiest girl I've ever seen, and I like you. And I'm like, thank you so much. Like, we can be friends. And so we were friends for about 3-4 years.
How old were you guys when you met?
We were 15.
15.
Oh. Yeah. And so he kept pursuing me, and he's like, even if we never, become boyfriend and girlfriend, having you in my life as a friend is the best thing. So.
And they had no communication the entire first year.
No communication. The second year, he got dared to ask my number, and Monty said, Ysabel, he's gonna ask for your number. I'm like, I'm not giving him my number. And Tristan walks up, he's like, Ysabel, and I'm like, 636. I don't know how I did it, but it was the best decision I could have made. And we would do Bible studies over the phone, or he would help me with my homework, and we just helped, pursue our own dreams and encourage each other. And so it's really a blessing to see how that all turned out. And Stephanie and the family were always very supportive, and they came down to St. Louis, I think, when we were like, oh, I think we like each other. And it took me a while, he knew, but they were so gracious to come down, and we got to meet the whole family, and here we are, yeah.
And Ysabel's been busy during this time. Tell them about where you've been to school and your degree.
Yeah, so we started dating when I was in my senior year of high school. Tristan was already starting college that year. I ended up going to College of the Ozarks down to Branson, Missouri. I started with an education degree, but I felt God was calling me to help those who need more help, and so I switched my degree to psychology. So hopefully I can do something with kids or with the community, but that's taken a pause because life's a little crazy right now. So it's just all the change, but I'm excited. I think actually I see a lot of need, and obviously there's need everywhere, but the Quad Cities reminds me a lot of Chicago, where I was from, like born, and so I don't know, I see some similarities, and there's a bigger Hispanic population, and that's part of my heritage and my culture, so I'm glad to be more here.
Yes, wonderful, thank you.
Yeah.